Hey, my Cancer babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Tarot Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good start to their weekend. This is going to be your November/December monthly reading. Some of y'all are just trying to find your place in the scheme of things. And you're trying to decide what you need to do right now without getting overly emotional. Let me pull this last one out from under. So Ace of Cups is your first challenge card on the bottom. Gratitude. I saw that in this deck when I was shuffling them. That's the granny deck. Some of you need to really look at what you have. And it's funny, I'm going to say this because my sister just went through this and she's a Cancer. And she called me all upset and crying and I forgot how good God was. Like, yeah, and some of you are there. You have gone through so fucking much this year. Trying to deal with pandemic, your job, people that don't like you, and some other bullshit. And it gets easy. Let me just put it where it is. It gets easy to forget where the good shit comes from. Or that you even have good shit. So some of you looking at this Ace of Cups, it's about being grateful. With the Devil card on top. 6, 7, 8. Not the Devil, I'm sorry. That's the Strength card. Let me say this, devil, this is a Strength card, but the Devil is in the details right there. So it's about more than just what you're feeling or what you see on the surface that's causing any kind of emotional outpouring, whether you're getting with somebody, breaking up with somebody, having issues with your family, celebrating things in your family. It's more than just what you're seeing and feeling. There's more depth to the situation, let me put it like that, than you know. And it might be all right to slow down right here and look at your fears. Because again, the Devil is in the damn details. The hell you want me to tell you? And with this Ace of Cups, I'm sorry, being grateful. A lot of times our fears are unfounded because we're dealing with stuff we don't know. And sometimes instead of trying to figure all of that out all at once, you just have to step back and take in what you've done for yourself and take in what you have, what you've accomplished, and start from that point and be thankful and then think about moving ahead. That takes strength to do, especially if you're just used to, and you're Cancer, so you are a water sign, so emotions is where you dwell. You, Pisces, Scorpio, y'all are water signs. That's where y'all dwell. You get with that intuition and emotional stuff. But sometimes you can feel too much. And with Mars going direct today, the 13th, before today, with Mars in retrograde, you may have been feeling your emotions very intensely. Everything on your nerves irritating you, or you're overly happy, or you're just from one end to the other. Expect that to slow down in coming weeks. Looking at your overall energy, the 8 of Wands on top of the 10 of Wands. Again, some of y'all are feeling overwhelmed, but this 8 of Wands is telling me your hopes are within reach. Whatever it is that you're striving for, it's within reach, and I have a feeling most of y'all can feel that. It's just all this other crap around you that's going on. Some of you may be battling depression because, again, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then when you have energy and planetary energy that's magnifying emotional shit anyway, that just got you on full tilt. What the hell? On the back end of your overall energy, what's at the bottom in your gut? The Knight of Swords on top of the Eight of Wands. It's about you taking a moment to take care of yourself. That Eight of Wands down there. Despite the fact that, here's that. Despite the fact that you may be dealing with unforeseen shit you ain't, whatever. Don't know about it, didn't know about it. The back of this is about determination. So anything that you've put your effort into, expect some, just quite frankly, expect some surprises. And know that there may be some things going on in other situations in the background that you are not aware of. Now, with that said, the other end of the Eight of Wands, some of you might figure out or might be feeling like you're wasting your time. That's going to be on an individual basis. Some of you may need to reevaluate what you're doing, where your determination is. Unforeseen events might bring some real surprises on you. If your intuition is telling you that you're wasting your time with someone or with a job, even however that's resonating, go with your gut. Go with your gut instinct on that and act on it. Wands or rods are action cards. So if that's how you feel like you're wasting your time, if the unforeseen events or surprises come up with a whole lot of bullshit, your intuition is telling you to walk on, leave it alone. Something better is surely coming. The first week, we just started on Monday. What the hell, the 16th. King of Cups and the Two of Wands. It's about your shit and where your shit fits in your family shit. Did I say that right? Okay, yeah, that part. So, dominion, which you have control over or authority over, and intertwining that with how it fits into the bigger scheme of things. This could be mother, father, sister, brother, aunts, uncles, or it could also be husband, wife, kids, your own sisters and brothers, that kind of energy. And looking at how all of this kind of fits together. And you may find out some interesting things about people in your family that you didn't know. You might find out there's certain people in your family that are controlling all of a sudden, or being too exacting. Maybe there's some passive-aggressive bullshit going on. However that resonates, I am not surprised, because here in the United States, we are approaching holiday time. So usually Halloween is the first unofficial holiday that kicks off all the rest of this. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all the get-togethers that we do. And I have a feeling, despite pandemic or not, people are just fed up. They're going to get together anyway. And just be safe if you're doing it. Take a mask, take hand sanitizer, blah, 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 blah. But coming back to this King of Cups and the Two of Wands, you may be ready or willing to act, because the back of this talks about planning. So you may have been in the process of planning something, and again, it's about how you fit in. And so we may even be talking about something as mundane as seating arrangements. Who's going to sit next to who's bringing whatever. But it's that kind of energy. Some of this you may be in control of, or it might be at your house. However that's resonating. Things should go well. Just kind of watch out for people that might be trying to play head games. So if you got folks in your family or folks around you that are trying to, figure out some other shit, some other kind of way, keep your eyes open for them. With the Six of Swords on top of the Nine of Pentacles, it's about clarity and objectivity. Having the clarity to see where you're going and being objective in as much as you can be about how you're going along your path. This is also about out of the choppy into the calmer. So of course that means there are changes. I know that's kind of dark, but there are changes. So you may have been making plans Come back to this one. You may have been planning. That in turn brings about some changes that you need to make. Trying to keep an objective view of what's going on around you. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups on top, there's abundance here. Let me stop. Let me put a semicolon there and say there is abundance in your life, Cancer. Even if you can't see it right now, then we come back up here to the unforeseen events. Sorry, Cancer. Phone ain't rang all day. Now it wants to ring. With the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, okay, and I put the semicolon there. There's abundance around you. Whether it's the people around you with money and resources, or whether it's you with money and resources, you have this abundance. But for some reason, you're just overwhelmed. That's the best way. Emotionally overwhelmed. That's the best way that I know how to put it. So you may not see, and this can get as mundane as you didn't know you had put $200 away for Christmas. It can be just like that because you've been so caught up doing so much other stuff, you forgot. Boom, boom. Just that simple. So keep your eyes open. This Six of Cups talks about richness of memory. And just what I'm saying to you, although in a different context, remembering. The backside of this is about emotional renewal. And some of you may need to go through some emotional renewal so you can start remembering stuff. And a lot of times, other areas of our life get jammed up, clogged up. We just get downright forgetful. And can't think, can't remember nothing. However that's resonating. I feel your struggle. Many of you feel like you've just been pushing the damn rock up the hill, and the hill's not doing anything but getting steeper. The bigger message here is to take a step back and look at the things that you can be grateful for. I think in doing that, it'll help you realize how far you've come, and it'll help you take some of the pressure off of yourself. So we get to the second week with the Five of Pentacles sitting on top of the Magician. You got this. Despite the fact that you might be, same thing I'm saying. I don't see any happiness. Just feeling fucking hopeless. But look at there. You got this. This is the Magician. To be damned, whatever I got written on the side, damn all that. This is the Magician card. This is Trump. No pun intended. This is Trump card. Get out of jail free. Come on. The Magician. All he has to do is wrinkle his nose or point his wand, and boom, it's there. You have this in you. And many of you have been doing this, but again, y'all right here. And so something may happen in the next week or two that will kind of move you to see where you are. You may have to hit the pillowcase with tears a few more times before that's that hopeless feeling, before you realize what's really going on. A lot of this hopelessness is based off of worry. That part right there. So some of you could be just overly worried and overthinking and overprocessing. It just pushes you to the point of feeling hopeless. Again, it's that get out of jail free card. You are the Magician. You got this. And if you take a minute to quit being here and get with this, you can be like, oh damn, I forgot. And I have a funny feeling a lot of you are going to be like, well damn, I forgot I put away Christmas money, or I forgot I had this, or I forgot. Yeah, that energy. With the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands, when you get to that point of realization, that's when you want to start making moves. And that it's sitting on your energy. The Queen of Cups, you won't be doing anything superficial or shallow because y'all ain't like that. You will have some support. Those of you that are realizing that you get ready to embark on something and you need help, you don't have to do nothing but ask. It'll be there. But this is about making moves. But oddly enough, in front of this is about transformation and transitioning from one thing to another. So some of you may be doing just that, making moves so you can step up, move up. Again, coming out of this hopeless feeling, and now the ding, 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 ding. Oh yeah, now it's time for me to start making moves. I forgot I had that part right there. You get to the end of this second week, the Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Cups on top. You still may be dealing with some frustration and some fear. And if you dwell in this, you're going to have opportunities sail right on by. Because you're busy over here dwelling in this instead of trying to make the moves, man. And the next thing you know, and if you're trying to get to something that is long lasting or long term, you can't let this happen. So some of you may be procrastinating, hesitating. This Eight of Wands up in the overall energy talks about wasting time, also wasting energy, wasting thought, procrastinating. Next thing you know, you hear something and it's gone. Again, this could be something as mundane as a sale, because you pooped around and you waited too long and you missed it. It could also relate to something relationship, emotional. All that water right there. Yeah, and because you're procrastinating, and now that's funny, the back of this talks about fatigue. Some of y'all may just be fucking tired. Once again, y'all ain't had no easy year. So you may just be tired, and some of y'all might be all right with this for the time being. Let that shit go. I need a nap. And that is quite all right. If that's how you're feeling, again, follow your intuition, Cancer. You, Pisces, and Scorpio, y'all are the champions of following your intuition. So make use of the natural talent that you have. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Hermit, a lot of major energy, the Empress. So yeah, y'all going through some changes too. Seven of Cups, lots of options. And the Eight of Cups, from the 7 to the 8. This Moon card on top of the Wheel of Fortune. The Fool is pulling the 9 of Wands. Hermit is pulling the 10 of Wands. Empress is pulling Temperance, the back ass end of Temperance. 7 of Cups, pulling the 9 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups is pulling the 9 of Swords. Hey, hey, hey. So, looking at this third week, with the Moon on top of the Wheel of Fortune, you can get lucky here. I don't know how, I can't even sit on this one. You can get lucky here if you follow your intuition. Boom, it's it. Nothing else. So just what I'm saying to you, follow your intuition. Listen to that inner guidance system that you have. When the 9 of Wands and the Fool, you may have to review something that you did that was maybe a little out of character for you, thoughtless, reckless. Some of you may have court that you need to go to. Maybe something you did over the summer where your choices just were not real good at that point. Others of you may have to deal with the kiddos. That energy is coming back. Maybe choices that you made about school, online learning, that whole yah. Some point between November, December, this is going to come back and revisit you. And you're going to have to correct the mistake. That part. At the end of that, with the Hermit and the 10 of Wands, some of you may just feel like isolated. And that Hermit is major energy, so it may be wise as you get closer to the month of December, or even in December, to do some meditative thinking, reflective thought, going back over some of your choices and looking at whatever emotional pieces you may be carrying that you don't need to carry anymore. Carrying all them damn wands on his back to hell. You can just be overburdened. Some of you may be, because of the energy, you may be carrying around somebody else's shit. You may have a friend who is just every day calling you with some bullshit. Yeah. You may need to cut off the phone, the TV, and lock the door and just sit there and just reflect on whatever it is that you need to reflect on, and get some inner peace. That's the bigger message there. Get some inner peace, especially before, if you're here in the United States, you get to Christmas. That's going to be a busy time. So you may want to just take a day or two, a night or two, a weekend, shut it down, do some reflective thinking, think about where you're going, where you've come from, show some gratitude. All should be well. The last week, put you in December for sure. The back end of the Temperance card sitting on top of the Empress. Again, talking about you being receptive or open to opportunities that may be coming and bringing some balance back. This is a Temperance card. So here, on the front side of this, it's about recognizing the need to heal, which I think if you can get this, you will surely get that, which will help you bring that balance back, period. You may have people just kind of hanging around in the background, keeping up a whole lot of noise and bullshit that's unnecessary. And you may have to jump up there one time and tell them, look, you need to leave, I'm not having this. For a few of you, it may be family oriented. Things may get sticky. Families are having a tough time this year, even though we've been put in a situation to get closer. Yeah, a couple days of closeness is cute. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 months of closeness is something totally different. So again, Cancer, I know you might be feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. Do your best to bring some balance back. With the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles on top, slow down. Slow down. And try and look towards the future. Because you've got to come up out of this energy. So, slow down. As you start moving ahead, just take your time. There's no need to rush anything. With the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Swords, at the end of this, some of you, again, we're talking about slowing down. But some of you may not be totally satisfied with where you are. Some of you may do the gratitude, the attitude thing and be like, you know what? I'm grateful for all that I have, but you know what? No. I'm not satisfied with where I am. So at this point, I think some of you, as you start approaching the new year, you may think about how you can do some things different. You may want to go back to school. You may want to get another job. And this may become an obsessive thing with you for a hot second. The back of this talks about self-punishment. And I think coming out of this energy, you may realize, especially if you're dealing with job issues, you punish yourself enough dealing with some bullshit, and you need to figure out a way to move forward, and get obsessive about doing something for you. All right, let's see what the granny cards got to say. Take your time this month, Cancer. I know y'all are wore out. Take some time for some gratitude. Take some time to look inward and do whatever healing, or start whatever healing you can as you go. Many of you are not going to be comfortable till after February. So just know that part. And that's okay. So fuck them if they can't take a joke. That's where you should be right now. If you are not in this energy, fuck them if they cannot take a joke. Then you need to get here. Because if you're worrying and stressing about everything, it's too much. And so at some point, you sometimes just have to throw your hands up and say, I've done the best that I can do. Move along. Fuck you if you don't think it's funny. Goodbye. And leave it at that. Opportunities passing you by. Maybe some hesitation, procrastination. Make that call. Make that call. If there's somebody you need to call or be in touch with, do it so you don't feel like this. Even if this is not productive right in this moment, do it anyway so that you're not feeling like anything has passed you up or passed you by. Sit back and watch, families, before you get involved too deeply emotionally with picking a side, folks arguing and shit. You know how they do. Sit back and watch first, because what you may be thinking may not be the whole full of it. And there's some illusory energy here, some seeing things with rose-colored glasses on, not looking at the full picture. That energy is here. So before you make any kind of decisions, especially about family situations and picking a side, sit back and watch. Let us see. Mountain, moonlight, following that intuition. There you go. Magical map shifter. I like that one. So, mountain. Emotionally, you may feel like you got an uphill battle. Don't let this overwhelm you. Look at it for what it is and try your best to just take it a step at a time. Go slow. Don't rush through anything. Don't let anybody rush you through anything. Deal with them inner fears and them inner demons. Take a minute, like I said, with that Hermit card and process some things to try and get yourself back in balance. Temperance card on the board. There's nothing wrong. I don't know who I'm saying this or why I'm saying this, who I'm saying it to, but there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There's nothing wrong with failing or failure. What becomes wrong with those things is when you stay stuck on it and you can't move forward because you made a mistake, or because maybe you didn't judge something correctly. You overestimated or underestimated something. Don't stay in that energy, and don't allow it to keep you down. There's a lot of depressive energy here. Don't let anything keep you from being who you are, moving forward and doing what you need to do. Deal with your inner fears, and then let the rest of the world, once again, fuck them if they can't, take a joke. That part right there. The magical map shifter. Where's that magician card, doggone it? Yeah, right there. You got this. And you can change the dynamics of your map. Think I'm playing. You can do this. This is what you want to do. Change it. Some of you thinking about making big changes next year. Moving to different states because you don't like what's going on in your state, or you might just be looking for something different. Moving from an apartment to a house. Some of you may be planning on having kids. Whatever it is, you the designer of the damn map. So don't look too much for outward input on where you need to be going. Again, get with that intuition, that inside stuff like y'all are so good at doing, and do your best to follow your intuition. Cancer, I love you. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a good rest of the month. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.